always a question that comes up a lot in life and things that come around when we think about. The subject matter today is, of course, is the grass greener? Now, we always do these apple to apples orange comparisons to people's lives and differential. And I will tell you this much: just because it looks good doesn't mean they're always better than you. Because I notice a lot of lately, and just stuff I observe. I'm not pointing out any one person, one thing. This is probably a long bit of observation for a while. It's like everybody think, well, this person got this going on, it look better. But if you truly kind of sat down the inside of what they thought about a little bit, and you realize it's like ain't really all there like that, or ain't really kicking it there like that, like you think it's going to be, or their situation outside they look so good and perfect. How many times you seen the news and somebody comes around and be like, they see them, hey, this couple, this family look great, and you in a situation, you turn into like a mass, like suicide, murder situation. You think everything is so perfect there beforehand, and just becomes like an issue. And it's just one of those things you just never know, right? And then sometimes the backside, things not brown on the other side. People like they're terrible or they're poor and struggling, and they're actually happy to that billionaire guy or that billionaire family or billionaire. They might be from even like a foreign country, may don't know the language here, but they're perfectly content and happy. It's one of those things, and that's what people just don't get sometimes. Huh? Even look at the same line on the same street. That's why they say the grass is greener, because see, I got two shades of green. Hey, this is sort of like the light green, so it look like with the grass not cut. Dark green, when it's like always growing out and fully fertilized. And that's what I'm saying is things not always as they seem, and they're not as great as they look, and they're not bad as you think they are. And sometimes we make like a lot of outside assumptions. And lately, really the last couple of years, I've really tried to dig in to find out what's going on with people. I miss here and there, digging in sometimes I had to really have things happen. I've had situations where I had to find out stuff about folks and we dig and find what's going on. I try not making like snap judgments on people off the get go. If I go off on something, it'd be like some years down the road or weeks or months till I get to kind of know, okay, this is how you operate. Another can be like, you know, say, okay, this is the worst thing ever or the best thing ever, but it's just like, what? People see, they think because who you are, they just can't figure out. And sometimes, to be honest with you, you're really hard to really tell to see. It's like playing baseball. Maybe somebody, everybody out here plays baseball, has played baseball, but it's like your changeup. You see a 9 mile fastball. So you get this new, oh, this guy's throwing 99, 100, 105. All of a sudden, oh, 68 miles an hour. You out in front. Hey, that's a fast. No, you got food. It's strike three. You way leaning out in front. And that's what people tend to do. And I get some things you can't tell instantly, but sometimes you got to sit down and really know people. And that's one of the goals in life, definitely for me. I try to do a lot of that as much as possible. And I do spend a lot more time doing that than other things I need to be doing. But I think it's important to get the person to get to know people like that, though, just on the real, no matter what type of situation, relationship, business, personal, whatever, as much as possible. You just never know. Now, the conversation to do today, before I get over here, they was talking about his little family situation and stuff. And he was talking about his kids cut up in school and whatever else. I'm thinking, like, you got a bad kid or something. Like, what's up? Oh, yeah, your kid's spoiled brat. Wait a minute, your kid's spoiled brat. And now you tell me the story. Now you tell me the story that yeah, he whipped the kid once the kid did something to his car wrong, whipped the kid, then took the ice cream. Yes, well, so why did you do that? Well, I find out that he's married and he's about to be in a separator situation, and and I kind of felt, just a general conversation out here, and it was just kind of just messed up to hear that. And then I'm trying to say, okay, why the kid acting out? And see, I told him, well, I had a similar situation. My parents got divorced when I was young, and it was an act out situation. And see, I just would assume if I stopped there, like, hey, the kid's a bad kid, whatever, blah 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 blah, terrible. You did a bad job raising your kid. Now, some people say you just support your kid, yeah, you just ain't parenting right. But what's the real root cause of everything? See, that's because I guess we have this mathematical mind. We like to solve a problem, equation and problems, and we just kind of break things down in segments. Unfortunately, 90% of the world is not good with numbers, and to be honest with you, that's one of the things that help. I ain't gonna say I'm no psychology expert. No, I got a C in psychology in college, but I'm just saying sometimes you can take a basic minute to break down things and see what things are a little bit. You never know. Well, for me though, I'm about to get off of here. I know you guys are commenting. I'll probably play offline, but thank you for your time. Just listen and remember, just because it's green doesn't mean it's green. Just because it's brown doesn't mean it's brown. It's so in between. Sometimes you gotta dig in and find out, right? Or just leave it alone if you don't feel like figuring out. Just don't assume anything. Thank you very much.